Hello my friends, this is Jose from LuoVita. Today I'm going to talk about how we can conquer our fear and push through these difficulties, right? So it's normal to be afraid from time to time, and fear can really keep us safe by alerting us to this danger, right? And if we avoid our fear, it makes us feel better in the short term, but it can increase our anxiety in the long run. So if we avoid our fears, we will tell our brain that we can't really handle them. And so we must really identify what we are afraid of. And we can do this by, for example, writing for 2 or 3 weeks each day our fears and noting our anxiety when we write them and our symptoms, right? From stomach fluttering, something. It's helpful to think about how our fears are holding us back from doing what we want in life. So we might even write down the pros and cons of each of these fears to have this better picture about what they really are for us. So when there are times also that, our fear can go out of control and stop us really from living our life, and achieving even our dreams, our objectives, our goals. So this is when we really need time and to take action. So we need to be aware of our fear, and we must notice where they're coming from. Is our fear related, for example, to, mostly it's our past experience, right? And are we worried, for example, about failure or being judged? So write down everything, make a list about your worries, and we can do this. We must do this to overcome them. Rate them, for example, we can rate them from a scale from 1 to 10. So if something scares really, scares us really bad, it's a 10, right, on the list. And then we work on this until, I will explain how to work on this to get down with this feeling and, and avoid us to feeling so anxious and worried. So it's really important to accept our fear without judging, for example, ourselves. And if you catch yourself, for example, judging your fear, focus on reframing how you look at your fear. So instead of seeing it as good or bad, think about that it's your body, preparing yourself, preparing itself, for survival or something, like a situation, a real threat in life. So focus on the positive. So the way we think, it really impacts the outcome in our life, everything. If you focus on the negative, for example, then bad things will happen. That means we are focused on and don't see the good things. And if we focus on the positive, then good things will also present to us. I know it's cliche and it's a law of attraction, but it's really powerful because the way we think, it's energy, it's a vibration, right? And so one way to shift our thinking is to practice reframing how we look at the fear. Instead of seeing it as something that needs to be avoided, for example, we try recognizing it just as an information that our body is sending us, and we then ask ourselves what value this information has and how we respond to this, or the best way to respond to it, right? Another way is to exposing ourselves to the fear, slowly confronting our fear. So it takes a while, I know, but with patience and persistence, and we will able to overcome this fear. Starting with a small situation, for example, then we work up to this more difficult fears. When you confront this, you just avoid distractions. This helps you build up this tolerance for this uncomfortable feeling, for example, and break these patterns of self-sabotage. That means you really should take action, is challenge yourself. You learn to overcome these irrational fears and develop this self-reliance and confidence. And this will lead to feelings of success and happiness, which in turns help to reduce this fearful emotions, right? So you must remember to be gentle with yourself and avoid beating yourself up for feeling uncomfortable. So try to reframe the way you look at your fear by viewing it just as information from your body to giving it's giving to you, and you must decide the value and what to do with it, right? So it's crucial to avoid distracting yourself and trying to reassure yourself with other people or with other things. You should not avoid fear completely. Never. This just reinforces this negative image in your mind. So you should try to challenge your fears by exposing yourself to them slowly and regularly until they lose really this power over you. And you can use really, example, if you are afraid of needles, for example, start by imagining needles and then moving to touching them in a safe way. Of course, I mean, you can use real needles and touch them. And if it hurts, yeah, it's a needle, but it's something physical. It's not the end of the world. And of course, sometimes we need, as I had, a therapist, and we need professional help with this. So this is not, you can't just overcome every fear. Sometimes it's important to have this professional help. Just don't hesitate to get professional help. But another way to do this also and prepare yourself is having this mindfulness. So mindfulness is the way to be fully present in this moment. So not getting, for example, caught up in thoughts about the past or the future. This can be, you can do this by meditating, focusing on your breath, like we do it often, and we don't do it. For example, just focusing on the breath and body sensations, and practicing mindfulness can help you to learn to accept your fears and push through all difficulties, by still being able to appreciate the good things and the good things in our lives. So as we continue to practice, we will find that things that used to make us fear begin to inspire even us and makes us enthusiastic, because we in our mind, we just know that we can handle this. This will reduce our intensity of anxiety, and this makes them feel more manageable, these fears. So when you're feeling anxious, breathe slowly and deeply and notice your physical sensations. So using these relaxation techniques will help you to reduce your physical sensations of fear, anxiety, and as I said, this even exercise, physical exercise is really helpful. This makes us breathe deeper, oxygenize, and release endorphins that will distract us from our worries. Surround yourself with people also that supports you. So if you have friends or someone that's also facing the same fears, it will help you to encourage yourselves and guide you. You could also join a group that is focused on helping other conquer something special as fear. And this really is also a good place to meet new people and encouragement, right? So surround yourself by people who encourage and support you, and this, you will learn that you have this control over fear. And Bazetta said, if you need, really seek professional help, because they work with you on overcoming your anxiety and manage your fears. So it's important to remember that fear is natural. It's a human natural reaction. We are designed to this, to survive. We have the fears. But when our fear run wild and cause anxiety or even panic attacks, then we should be careful. We should really seek professional help. Again, to overcome fear and anxiety is a skill, and we must learn this to live this happy and fulfilled life. Everyone experiences anxiety from time to time, and it just becomes a problem when it prevents us from enjoying and accepting new opportunities in life. So learning to overcome fear and anxiety takes courage and self-awareness and strength. We all have this. And consider asking for help, really, from a friend, from professionals. And anxiety is normal, but don't let fear hold you back. Conquer all your fears and push yourself through all difficulties to obtain your dreams, your goals. I hope this was helpful to you. This is powerful. This is powerful stuff, that helped me overcome a lot of things. So let me know in the comments and subscribe to our newsletter. In our blog, once a week, I send out some important and powerful stuff just to, organize the ideas and see opportunities. So let me know in the comments and subscribe also to your channel. But especially take care of yourself and courage. Until next time, take care.